Welcome back to SportsLine. I'm your host, Steve Wrigley. We are talking Peyton Manning, his place in the game. We're kicking around his numbers. Some people like Philip are kicking around Manning himself. And then we had just a great host of callers just then, kind of refuting or trying to refute Philip's points. And I have to kind of err on the side, or at least lean on the side of his playoff record means a lot. But you can't discount what he did in the regular season. I mean, the NFL is such an intense game. You know, Sundays are just they're everything in the NFL. I mean, the wins, you can't discount regular season stats, but you do have to put some gravity or some weight on what happened in the playoffs. And what happened in the playoffs was not that good for Peyton Manning. A 13-12 record, but you just have to go and know that every Sunday, the year he threw 55 touchdown passes, those defenses were spending hours and hours and hours trying to scheme a way to stop number 18, and whether it was his Denver offense or his Indianapolis offense. So we talked about earlier about in the last segment about those games against Florida, and really what happened in those games, and everybody seems to be able to remember where they were and kind of remember how those games went as if they happened yesterday, and they didn't. They happened 18 to 22 years ago, based on my math, after his 18-year career. But here's Peyton Manning going way back in the Wayback Time Machine, talking about what his time meant spent up on Rocky Top.
Almost 19 years ago to the day, I announced my decision to forego the draft and stay at the University of Tennessee for my senior year. It was one of the smartest decisions I've ever made. I cherished my time in Knoxville, especially my senior year. And I want Vol fans everywhere to know the unique role that you've played in my life.
And Peyton, you haven't said what you're going to do next, but a lot of people are hoping you'll head right back there, jump on I-40, and actually, since he does live down around the Chattanooga area, it would be going up 75 to Knoxville and maybe giving Butch Jones a hand with that Tennessee offense, and maybe, get the explosive passing game going that you used to have. And they've got some good running backs coming back this year. They're coming off a great season last year, but everybody seems to be of the opinion that you should go back to Knoxville and work for the Vols. Or I heard it here in the building on my way up talking to Lucas, our resident UT fan, that if you're not going to do it in Tennessee, then come on back to Nashville, and you and Mr. Polian try to run the Tennessee Titans. But they seem to be in a good direction right now with John Robinson and Mike Mularkey, who I'm kind of flip-flopping on how I feel about the job that he's done in years past getting up here, because I've looked at his teams and, like, he never had any players in Buffalo. He never had any players in Jacksonville. And he did get the players at least believing what they were trying to do here in Tennessee with the short sample that we have there. So let's all give Mike Mularkey and John Robinson a couple of years, and then if they don't get it done in 3, then maybe Peyton will be ready to come off the golf course and get involved with pro football here in the Tennessee State. Let's get this phone going now. It's 615-737-7767. My name's Steve Wrigley. I'm thrilled to be sitting in the studio talking to sports fans in Middle Tennessee. I worked at Channel 4 for 10 years and with Rudy and Aaron, and I got to know the sports crew here. That's when Hope Hines was here, and way back in the day when I got here in '99, Mark Howard and Bob Rainey, the late Bob Rainey, were doing sports here, and John Dwyer was over at Channel 2 with John Borick and Tim Hardiman and Mike Hill. So, I mean, I've just got some great memories of living in Middle Tennessee and working in this market, and it's just been a thrill to fill in for John and Steve the last couple of days. But tomorrow morning I go back to my regular job here at News Channel 5 on the assignment desk, working with the news crew. So this has just been a thrill to get in here and to talk sports with you guys one more time. So the number again, 615-737-7767. That's 737-7767. Give me a call. Let's talk about sports. What do you think about Peyton Manning? Does the regular season weigh as much? I know that you know that the regular season doesn't matter as much as the playoffs, but just what do you think about his career? What do you think about what kind of guy he is? You got any maybe some personal memories? I can remember covering those great Titans teams that had Eddie George and Frank Wycheck and Steve McNair at quarterback, and Peyton would come in with those Colts fans and everybody, even Tennessee fans. Some Tennessee fans would have those number 18 blue jerseys on, and those games were usually so important because whoever won those games usually won the AFC South, and that was the quickest way into the playoffs, and everybody wanted a shot at another Super Bowl. And I remember that year that Eddie George broke off a 56-yarder, and that in the second playoff game after they beat the Bills on the Music City Miracle, and all the Colts fans were so mad up there. The management, the team was mad because Colts fans sold their tickets to Titans fans. Now we've got the reverse situation happening in this city. People are loving to come to Nashville, and Titans fans are only too happy to give up their seats down there at Nissan Stadium so that people can come in and sample our live music and a big Saturday night down there on Lower Broadway, and then go over and watch their team spank the Titans in their home field. And I can't believe how easy it is for teams to come in here now, the way Nissan Stadium is. When the Titans opened up that stadium, they had that great streak where they didn't lose at home for a long time, and they had those tough defensive teams with Blaine Bishop and boy, I can't Keith Bullock, and those just awesome teams that were just making it so tough for other guys to come in here and win. And really the fact that I can hardly name any of the guys on that defense, and that they did what they did with a grinded out, control the ball offense, was just a testament to how tough those teams were. So let's light up. Okay, we've got a caller here, and go ahead. You're on SportsLine.
Man, I just want to say, the heck with Peyton Manning. Roll Tide. That's what Peyton Manning needs to hear. Roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide. I think when Peyton Manning was there, things weren't rolling so well for the Tide. Were those the Mike DeBose years there in the early 90s? Or was it the tail end of the Gene Stallings?
Yeah, that's the same time we beat Steve Spurrier twice in 1 year.
Very good.
Anyway,
Very good.
we ain't going to talk about Crimson Tide. I called to talk about that new running back we signed at the Titans this morning.
All right. Well, we haven't. It's not official yet, but DeMarco Murray coming in. Yeah, that should really help Marcus Mariota out a lot, I would think.
I would think so too.
So a lot of people are worried about what they're going to give up, though. What's a good thing you think what would make that trade worthwhile in your mind, or what don't you want to see the Titans give up to get him?
Well, I don't want to see him give up the $21 million signing bonus he's supposed to get, but according to the internet, that's what they're going to do. So, I think you just need, a left guard or either a right or center. I don't know
Offensive
what they need
line.
on offensive line. They need to open that blame hold up for the rascal can run. Because once he gets to hit it downhill, he's a home run hitter.
There you go. Thank you for your call. Thank you for watching tonight on SportsLine. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we'll hear a little bit more from Peyton Manning, the things I'll miss. It's Peyton Manning talking from his press conference yesterday after retiring with the Denver Broncos, going on a winner after that Super Bowl win. I'm Steve Wrigley. We'll see you on the other side.